Hi, this is Kim from Made by Mommy, and today I'm very happy to share with you an adorable chicken design originally created by Yumi Looms. Let's get started. We're going to begin by constructing the very top of our chicken's head. Take a single red rubber band, twist it and fold it over on itself, and then stretch it across 2 pegs. Or if you prefer, you can double it up by taking the single rubber band across the 2 pegs, twisting to make an X, and folding over. Whatever way works best for you to get 1 rubber band around 2 pegs. Then for the cap band, we want to make 4 loops. So twist and wrap around, twist and wrap around. And you do that 3 times to create 4 loops. I'm using Rainbow Loom Opaque brands. Some of you may be using different rubber bands with another tension, so you may have to adjust. Maybe you need to do more if you have stretchier rubber bands. But for the Rainbow Loom Opaque bands, going around 3 times to make 4 circles works well. And 1 more cap band. And then we're ready to loop these 3 chains that will go on top of the chicken's head. The tension is really tight on these, so if you have a metal hook, go ahead and use it. This is a high-risk project for plastic hooks. Bring all of them onto your hook, popping them off 1 at a time. You may need to tug to even out the cap bands if one is pulled out too much. And then we're going to take another single red rubber band, fold it over so that it's doubled, and we're gonna pull that through each of these chains. 1, 2, and 3. So before returning this side of the red bands to your hook, we're going to take 2 white bands and pull them through just one side like that. And then you can return the other side of the red bands to your hook. And we're going to add 2 white bands here, just through this red side, leaving the other 2 white ones alone. We're going to stretch out each of these pairs of white bands, placing 1/2 at the top corner and the other half on the center peg, taking care to not twist them. So there is my first pair of white bands stretched across these 2 pegs, and then the second pair goes here and here, like that. And you can flip this red part, if it's in the middle, to the top. And that is the beginning of your chicken's head. We're now going to place a pair of white bands straight down each row for 6 positions. Slide down those outer white bands because we're going to need to add a layer on top. Then starting from the second peg down, place again 2 at a time. Like that. Do the same on this side, starting again from the second peg down. 2 white bands at a time, straight for the 5 positions. And to complete the bottom of the body, you'll need 2 bands from the center out to the side and the center out to the opposite side. And for the legs, a single orange rubber band wrapped around these 2 pegs twice. Same on this side. And then wrap a single rubber band around 3 times if you can, adjusting based on the tension of your own rubber bands. But the tighter it is, the neater the feet will look. And then we're going to add a cap band just to make this all look neat on top of this position and this position. A white band wrapped around like that. And we need to construct our wings so that they're ready to attach to the body. Again, to take a single rubber band and wrap it around twice for 2 positions, and then again another tight cap band at the end. Single band wrapped around twice, and a tight cap band. We're going to use 2 black bands to set up each of the eyes. Again, taking a single band, doubling it over, stretching it across 2 pegs, but this time giving a little twist in the middle, like that. And then putting a second black rubber band doubled over on top of that same peg, so that it looks like that. And then bring the bottom up and over on both sides. And repeat for the second eye. Stretching across with a twist in the middle, and then a single band around twice, but not twisted. And bring that up and over, and up and over on the other side as well. So those are your 2 eyes. And we're gonna do the same with 2 red bands to create the part of the chicken that's under the beak. I think it's called a wattle, I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me in the comments below. So again, a single rubber band doubled on the bottom, you twist it on the top, like that. And once again, bring the bottom bands up and over, and we'll save that until we're ready to construct the mouth. But the eyes, we're gonna bring these bands onto our hook. There's one. Let's get the other one. You have your 2 eyes now on your hook. And we're going to take a single white band straight through both of those eyes. And then we're gonna place that all the way up here, the second peg down from the top. And those are gonna be your chicken's eyes. And let's get our wings ready now. Looping these 2 short chains. And we're gonna put both of these on our hook because they're going to be placed while you're in the middle of constructing the body. This is an adventure today. And we're gonna start working our way up the sides of our chicken, starting at the feet. Bringing that orange band up and around so that it's underneath this white cap band. It just creates a much better look. So up and around this peg, but placing it underneath that white cap band. Then going into the cap band to take the top 2 bands that are on the peg and bring those to the center. And we're going to do that here too. Taking the 2 bands to the center. And now before we continue, we need to add on the horizontal bands that will help the chicken keep its shape. We've got one here where we put the eyes on, but we need them for the rest of the body as well. So that's 4 more white bands that are going straight across the body. And then we're ready to grab the next 2 bands on the stack and bring them up to the next peg. Now for this one, don't rush ahead because we're going to attach the wings. Catch those two bands on your hook and then slide one of your wings down onto those bands and then bring them around to the next peg. So there you go. You've got a wing. And now we're going to continue up the body of the chicken, stopping where the top of the eyes are, reaching in to pull back the horizontal band before going forward. And stopping where the eyes connect. And then we're going to repeat the process on this side. Catch the top two bands here. Bring those forward onto your peg. And then the next two are the ones we're going to attach the wing. So we hold those two and then slide the wing down onto that band like that, and then bring it forward to the next peg. And move right up until you're even with the eyes. Okay, so we've now connected the bands that are on that outer edge, just the top layer. We're going to take that top layer up and over the peg, making sure the horizontal band doesn't fall like mine just did, bringing it back around that peg if you need to in each position. And that's going to clear the way for us to do the layer underneath. So don't move this one. Stop right before the eyes and repeat on the other side. Again, bringing that horizontal band back down if you need to. So this is what it should look like now. And now we can come back and do the next side for each, all the way up, passing the eyes, starting from where the legs connect, pulling the wing to the side if it's in your way at all, and again making sure to go into those horizontal bands. And here, going from the outside to the center. And now repeating on the other side. And from here to the center. Before we go up the middle row, we need to get our mouth ready on our hook. So we're going to take a single yellow band and wrap it around 3 times so that there are 4 circles on your hook. And then we're going to come and get that red piece we constructed and bring both sides of that onto our hook. So it should look like that with the yellow and then the red. Then we can start working our way up the center of our chicken. Now slowing down here, because like when we added the wing on, this is where we're going to add the mouth. So slide those bands on. You may need to stretch them over the hook to get all of those pieces where they need to be. And then looking at your bands to make sure they're not twisted, bring the white bands onto that peg. And And we are almost done. Bringing the white up the center to the very top of the head, where we need to add just one more white rubber band to hold the whole structure together. Putting your hook all the way down here, catching the white band to bring it up and through the center of all of those bands. And then creating a slip knot by taking this side of the band into the center of the other, like that. Now we don't want to try and pull the whole chicken off the loom using just this one rubber band. It will definitely snap. So use your hook to help you loosen the bands on the sides and in the center where there are so many rubber bands. And then once those are off, you can give this a tug to secure it and use your fingers to pop your chicken off the loom. This is the best part, isn't it? Once he's off, just give those eyes a little tug to make sure that they're forward. And you may need to adjust some of your cap bands to get them even. You may want to keep this loop loose if you plan to connect your chicken to a keychain or your backpack or somewhere fun like that. But if you just want this to be on its own, then you're gonna make that white loop disappear by bringing your hook into the back of the chicken's body, catching that loop and bringing it through until it's hidden away. Bok, 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 bok. I hope you enjoyed making this chicken with me today. Thank you again to Yumi Looms for sharing the design. Please give this video a thumbs up below to let me know you want to see more loom tutorials. And subscribe if you haven't. I post a new loom band video every Friday, and I have other random fun videos posted on the days in between. Thank you so much for watching, and happy looming! Bye-bye!